Archangel Michael says, "Be still and alert, because a great unsettling is already moving around your home, and you have not seen its roots yet." The energy you've been feeling in your walls, the heaviness around your steps, and the cold breath near your window, it didn't start from you. A neighbor, whose smile is painted and words are rehearsed, has planted something not of light around your dwelling. They come to you with offerings of kindness, but walk away holding secrets they shouldn't have. This is not ordinary gossip or petty jealousy, it is spiritual eavesdropping, done with intention and coated in shadows. They sit by their window, watching, whispering, listening, not with ears but with something far more dangerous. Your house has been turned into a silent battlefield without your consent. Each corner was marked, each whisper recorded in silence, and each blessing blocked before it could enter. The enemy used someone you passed every day as a vessel for their schemes. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The person you thought harmless, offering help, carrying packages, or chatting about the weather, was given a spiritual assignment. You never knew how deep their involvement went until the signs became too sharp to ignore. The discomfort, the strange dreams, the sudden arguments inside your home, they are not coincidences. There's something behind your sudden fatigue. There's a reason you feel eyes even when no one is watching. This energy was embedded, planted like a seed with the hope that it would grow roots inside your peace. The neighbor has been using an item, something small, perhaps even gifted to you, to create a link. That object became a doorway, and every time you touched it, their spirit entered a little deeper. The reason you are being shown this now is because heaven has decided, enough is enough. Type Amen to get blessing 942. Archangel Michael says, "The fire of heaven will not wait any longer. Divine heat will fall on what they've planted, and spiritual cords will be severed without your hands needing to touch them. You are being protected, but first, you must become aware." This person sits near your home and prays in reverse. They do not use candles to bless, they use them to curse under breath. They want what you have, but not because they need it. They want to break it because it shines brighter than their hidden bitterness. There is an old cloth, stone, or even soil that was placed near your home's boundary. It was not placed there randomly, it holds intention, and it echoes your name every night. Their aim was to listen through the spiritual veil and manipulate what they could never create. Type Amen to get blessing 1247. Their actions did not go unnoticed in the heavens. The watchers that protect your household have been stirred. At first, they warned in dreams, but now, they are moving through thunder. Your environment has been trying to speak. Electrical disturbances, flickering lights, broken objects, those were alerts. But now the sky will speak for you, and the divine fire will silence what was meant to hear your soul's prayers. There is one specific night where they performed a ritual, calling your image without permission. They repeated your name over a bowl of water, hoping your life would pour into their control. But the water turned dark, because your spirit resisted. Type Amen to get blessing 885. You must know this, you were chosen long before their curiosity turned wicked. No curse they attempt can grow in the soil that God has already claimed. Their spiritual eavesdropping has only called forth judgment upon themselves. Now you may begin to feel strange heat in your home, but it is not danger. It is purification. The divine flame is near your threshold, burning without harming you, removing what they buried invisibly. This neighbor will begin to lose access. Their sight will blur, their hearing will shift, and what they sent out will return multiplied. They underestimated what it meant to tamper with divine property. Type Amen to get blessing 712. Soon, they will avoid your home. You'll see them taking different paths, avoiding eye contact, moving in silence, not from guilt, but from fear. Their spirit will tremble because your angels are stationed now at every spiritual corner of your house. Heaven is not finished yet. There are more layers to burn, and more secrets to uncover. Even now, the wind around your house carries authority, commanding every invisible presence to flee. This battle has been happening while you were sleeping. Every tear you cried unknowingly watered the fire that would one day rise against them. Now that day has arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 1093. Archangel Michael says, the judgment will come like a sudden lightning strike. This neighbor won't even be able to explain what's unraveling in their life. Everything they used to monitor your household will collapse spiritually. You will dream of fire. But it won't burn you. It will move through corridors and shadows, tracing the places where interference once lived. It will light up every hidden trap. Your own spiritual hearing is about to become sharper. What once felt like intuition will now become confirmation. You will know when someone lies. You will sense manipulation before it even enters your space. Type Amen to get blessing 1441. The plants near your house, the objects gifted recently, even a stone near your gate, some carry energy not meant to linger. But worry not, those things will now lose power. The fire of the Most High will turn every cursed item into ash. They wanted you confused. They wanted you scattered. But you are rising, and your clarity is returning. They had meetings about you, not in groups, but in whispered talks under breath. They spoke curses masked as concern. They wrapped jealousy inside compliments. But the fire exposes all. Type Amen to get blessing 938. Your household will soon feel lighter. Doors will stop creaking. That one room that always felt heavy will suddenly feel calm. The temperature will shift, because spiritual heat has done its work. This fire is divine intelligence. It does not destroy what is innocent. It targets only the planted traps and eavesdropping spirits. And once it's done, your dreams will change completely. What you thought were just bad vibes will be shown to you in truth. Visions will come clearer. Old truths hidden in memory will be remembered with detail. You will begin to see who really wished you well, and who only smiled as a mask. Type Amen to get blessing 2772. Do not confront this neighbor in anger. The divine forces are already confronting them. What they set in motion is now collapsing around them. They will try to retreat. They may move. They may fall ill. But it is the energy they sent that has returned. What they couldn't break in you has now broken their own peace. Your home is becoming a throne of authority. The floor beneath you is sanctified. Your walls echo strength, and your name will no longer be whispered by darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 1876. Archangel Michael says, "You are not crazy, you are under attack. But your awareness is awakening like a storm, and the winds are now on your side. The heavens have released fire, and that fire is loyal to you. Soon, you'll notice silence around your house. The kind of silence that comes when darkness flees. The air itself will feel softer, clearer. Your home will be a no-entry zone for spiritual spies. The atmosphere is being guarded by new divine beings. And every step they take toward your house will feel like walking into thorns." Type Amen to get blessing 3666. Your light had been dimmed, but never extinguished. Their interference blocked messages meant for you, delayed blessings meant to arrive, and stirred confusion. But now the gate is reopened. You may start hearing small cracks, whispers, wind chimes, bells ringing out of nowhere. Those are signals. Angelic movement is occurring. Your house is being swept from the inside out. The mirror you've looked into lately will no longer reflect weariness. It will show a warrior's face. The spiritual fire has cleansed not just your home, but your aura. Type Amen to get blessing 2944. Their weapons were silence and secrecy. But heaven responds with thunder and visibility. The time of secrecy is over. Your spiritual gifts will now expand. You will sense intentions with one glance. The neighbor who once listened will now be haunted by the echoes of what they did. Nothing they whispered in shadows will ever find a place in your light again. Their eyes can no longer penetrate your space. Their attempts to bend energy have now broken them instead. Type Amen to get blessing 1501. Your house has now become a testimony. What was once a target is now a territory claimed by divine authority. No hidden force will ever linger again. You will wake up feeling new. You'll clean parts of your home without even knowing why, because your spirit will be led. And every sweep, every wipe, every move will erase remnants of what was planted. The divine fire is still burning behind the veil. It is erasing names written in shadow. It is unbinding objects that were cursed. Type Amen to get blessing 1707. From this day forward, you are sealed in fire and protected by divine watchers. The neighbor who once listened to your household's energy will now forget how to hear. Heaven has seen your suffering. It has seen your confusion. But more importantly, it has seen your strength. Your voice will return louder. Your joy will rebuild. Your clarity will sing louder than their whispers ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 4044. The fire is not just passing through, it's staying. It will rest in places where shadows once hid and will keep circling until every invisible chain is dust. This is not a one-time sweep, this is a divine cleansing of everything that ever tried to monitor your breath. That neighbor once had access to your frequency. They tuned into the vibration of your soul without permission. They used herbs, candles, salt, whispers, shadows, but none of it could override what God has chosen you for. Even your silence began to protect you. Even the days you didn't pray out loud, your energy began crying out to heaven. And heaven answered with a sword. Type Amen to get blessing 1822. The wind near your home will begin to change. It will carry messages from above, no longer echoes from below. You'll start noticing certain birds flying near your windows, certain signs repeating near your gate. That's the divine realm watching closer than ever. This is a season where protection will become visible. What was once unseen will now show itself in movement, weather, timing. Doors will close and open without your hand, because the divine is managing your atmosphere. The neighbor's vision is blocked now. They will try to repeat their ritual, but their breath will fail to carry sound into the spirit. Their connection is broken because their invitation has been revoked. Type Amen to get blessing 1011. You may feel tired for a moment, it's the final drain of the last remnants. But it's not weakness. It's healing. Your body is aligning again to divine rhythm. Sleep will return to you in full. Your food will taste brighter. Even your home's walls will look different in the light, because the veil has been lifted. Their trap was built on stolen frequencies. They eavesdropped not just on what you said, but on what your spirit cried in silence. But they didn't realize, every tear they captured was turned into fire against them. You were never alone. They just made you feel like you were so you would forget your strength. Type Amen to get blessing 1220. Archangel Michael says, the battle is no longer in your hands, it is in the hands of the one who never loses. Your job now is to remain in alignment and protection. Everything planted is being pulled up by divine hands. You'll start to notice strange items missing, things misplaced or removed without explanation. That's the unseen cleaning happening. Things they used to connect or trap you are being dismantled. You might remember old arguments, memories you buried. Don't run from them. That's your system releasing what the enemy used as hooks. The healing fire is even burning those invisible cords. Type Amen to get blessing 1345. This is not just a cleansing of your house. This is a cleansing of your timeline. What they did slowed your future, but now the delay is over. Expect sudden acceleration. Expect unexpected messages, calls, opportunities, open doors. Your life will begin moving with divine pace, because the blockage has been burned out. The reason you felt so confused, so heavy, is because your home became a silent battlefield of energies not meant to reside with you. You didn't attract it, you were targeted for your destiny. But heaven's fire will never lose to man's shadows. Type Amen to get blessing 1990. That neighbor will feel the pressure now. Not from you, but from their own actions. They will begin experiencing things in their home they once sent to yours. They will hear knocks. They will feel cold. They will be restless, not because of demons, but because of divine justice circling their gate. Every image they used, every item they whispered over, every word cursed in secrecy, it will all return, like a reversed river. Heaven has pressed rewind on their wickedness. Type Amen to get blessing 2777. Soon, people will speak. Stories will rise. Others will confirm what you felt. You'll find out this neighbor has done this before, but never to someone covered in fire. You'll hear truths surface about what they believe, who they visited, what they practiced. Don't react. Just know it was always a matter of time. Let the divine fire continue its course. It doesn't just cleanse, it exposes. Everything whispered about you in secrecy will now be shouted back at them in justice. Type Amen to get blessing 3811. You'll feel your body align to peace again. Headaches will lift. Sleep will deepen. Arguments in your house will decrease without explanation, because the interference is being uprooted. You'll find feathers, coins, scents of jasmine or frankincense, angelic confirmations that heaven has reclaimed your space. These are not signs of coincidence. These are signals of protection. The very home that once echoed with spiritual conflict will now become a gateway of blessings. Visitors will comment how peaceful it feels. Because the divine presence is resting there now. Type Amen to get blessing 5559. Archangel Michael says, a mighty angel has been stationed at your entrance. Not to look beautiful, but to guard. This one carries fire, and its only purpose is to shield and burn what tries to enter uninvited. This is no ordinary message, it is a divine activation. From this moment forward, everything around you is shifting. You won't have to explain anymore why you distanced yourself from that neighbor. People will begin to feel what you felt. Their true face is coming forward. Type Amen to get blessing 4993. The items in your home will begin to shift subtly. Old objects will feel off. Trust that instinct. That's divine alert. Clean, remove, rearrange. Let your spirit guide the reset. If you feel called to burn incense, light a white candle, or say a name and release it, that's not random. You are being instructed to participate in the final cleanse. You may cry suddenly. You may laugh. Let it all out. These are the final waves of residue being swept away by the holy fire sent to defend you. Type Amen to get blessing 2112. This was not just a neighbor, it was a gate the enemy used to enter your story. But it is sealed now. Heaven has locked it, marked it, and chained it in fire. You'll see signs of your authority return. People who once disrespected you will suddenly shift tone. The weight you once carried will fall off like dead leaves. They tried to hear your destiny, but they were deaf to the consequences. That spiritual eavesdropping has now summoned divine judgment, and it will not stop until balance is restored. Type Amen to get blessing 3330. Now, be still. Do not argue. Do not fight. Do not explain. What is yours is returning. What was blocked is flowing. What was stolen is being multiplied. Your house is not a haunted place. It is a hallowed one. It was never meant to be their experiment. And now it never will be again. It has become the altar of divine flame, and nothing impure shall enter. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Dove, the fire has fallen. The gate is closed. Your home is holy. Dove. Let this be the final day their shadow has access to your walls. Let this be the first day of spiritual freedom so full, even your heartbeat feels lighter. Let this fire remain always around you. Let the light never go dim again. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. The fire has not only touched your home. It has now gone into your past. Every word that neighbor spoke behind your back has been located. The divine fire is tracing every root, every echo, every crooked frequency they summoned, and turning it to smoke. Your ancestors are rising now, standing in alignment with your protection. They are not watching in silence anymore, they are standing guard. What once skipped generations has now come to you to be healed, burned, and buried forever. This neighbor did not just spy on your home, they trespassed into the divine timeline of your family. They interfered with legacies they did not understand. And now the weight of that interference is burning in a fire they can no longer run from. Type Amen to get blessing 6111. You might feel sudden changes in your taste, your sleep, even your desires. That's not confusion, that's restoration. You're being returned to your natural spiritual frequency before their interference. Watch closely in the coming days. Things will begin to come to you that were blocked for months or even years. You'll receive messages that were delayed. People will suddenly remember to bless you. The divine fire has cleared the channel. That neighbor who once stole your peace with a glance will no longer hold power. Their words will trip. Their thoughts will scatter. The channel they used to eavesdrop has been filled with holy static. The air itself won't let them listen anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 3883. There was something on your doorstep, perhaps a gift, a bag, or an odd object. It was more than it seemed. That was their way of marking access. But the fire that fell has not only removed the energy, it has removed the right. You are being given full dominion over your home again. Every wall, every room, every item is now under spiritual inspection by angels. What is not aligned will be exposed, and your spirit will know exactly what to do. You are now the gatekeeper, not the victim. You are the authority, not the target. And heaven is making sure no shadow is left behind. Type Amen to get blessing 2333. Archangel Michael says, even their silence will now confess. They will not be able to hide behind fake smiles anymore. Their own guilt will pull back the mask they wore so well. Their face will be revealed to others without you saying a word. Conversations will expose them. Accidents will uncover what they buried. Spirit moves in silence but speaks in results. You will notice people pulling away from them, sensing the darkness that once stood near your door. You won't have to seek revenge, heaven's fire is already delivering consequences. Type Amen to get blessing 3003. That neighbor underestimated you. They thought you were weak because you didn't retaliate. But heaven knew better. Your silence was not fear, it was strategy. Because when heaven moves, it moves without needing permission. It burns without needing approval. It arrives when wickedness oversteps the line. And they crossed it. Type Amen to get blessing 811. Now your home is becoming a vessel of testimony. People will feel it when they walk in. Some will cry. Some will fall silent. Because the presence in your atmosphere is not ordinary anymore. You might even notice animals acting differently, avoiding your home or gathering near it. That's the spirit realm reacting to the shift. What once hovered around is now repelled. The walls no longer hold secrets, they echo strength. Your home is no longer a battleground, it is a beacon. Type Amen to get blessing 9292. The neighbor may try to come again, offering peace or pretending innocence. But their energy will betray them. And your spirit, now sharpened by fire, will feel it before they even speak. Do not fear them. Their power has collapsed. Their spiritual toolkits are in ashes. The fire left nothing for them to hold on to. If they attempt to rebuild their wicked work, they will find themselves haunted, not by you, but by the energy they conjured and the justice it now carries. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Archangel Michael says this fire is not just a cleanse, it is a seal. A permanent marking that declares, this space is not yours to touch. The heavens have now declared spiritual territory on your behalf. You will begin to reclaim more than your home. You'll reclaim your joy, your rest, your dreams, your relationships, your energy. Everything they dimmed is coming back in full flame. And the best part? They will watch you rise in silence, unable to interfere ever again. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. In the nights ahead, sleep with peace. The angels are posted at the corners of your walls. Their swords drawn, their eyes open, their presence burning. Every whisper the neighbor sent into the spiritual realm now returns as thunder to their own door. What they intended to monitor will now overwhelm them. The divine court has issued its verdict. You were never meant to be spied on. You were meant to be honored. And now, you are rising to the honor they tried to steal. Type Amen to get blessing 4411. You may feel called to speak aloud in your space. Do it. Your voice is not ordinary, it carries divine vibration now. Every word you speak becomes a shield, a declaration, a protection. Light will begin entering your space more easily. Natural sunlight. Brighter moods. Louder laughter. The shadows have retreated. The fire is still burning, but now it dances, not to destroy, but to warm and restore. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. This fire will now chase after what belongs to you. Every missed opportunity. Every held-back miracle. Every friendship damaged. Every door delayed. The divine flame will light a path back to everything that was yours. They didn't know who they were touching when they placed their eyes on your gate. They didn't realize that you were guarded, even when unaware. But now the truth is revealed. And your home is surrounded by fire and light, peace and protection, angels and answers. Type Amen to get blessing 6555. Fire. Final declaration from heaven. Fire. This is not just the end of their interference, it is the beginning of your reign. Your house is yours again. Your peace is back. Your atmosphere is sacred. The neighbors' spying eyes have gone blind. Their planted seeds have turned to dust. And the fire that rose for you shall remain as your shield, forevermore. Type Amen to get blessing 9999.